Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Brothers and sisters, respected elders, guests, friends, I'm Jalal Ibn Saeed. You're watching Sky 857 Muslim World Network. I bid you the greeting of Allah, the greeting of the angels, the greeting of the Anbiya, the prophets of Allah themselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're watching An Evening with Jalal Ibn Saeed. This is a special new show where we're going to find refreshing ways, new methods of not just learning our deen, learning about Islam, but also addressing matters, problems, issues in our ummah, things that our families face, things between husband and wife, issues between mother and daughter, in-laws, outlaws, the works. But most importantly, community, politics, issues that affect the masajid around the country, issues that are affecting the Muslims around the world. We're going to address many different matters on this show, but we're going to address it with an Islamic perspective. How would the Salaf, how would the Salaf as-Salih, how would the Sahaba, how would the Prophet ﷺ himself, how would they address and how would they speak about the issues of today, rather than being politically motivated or agenda-based or bickering, debate, or anything that's just outright ugly, ill-mannered, etc. Something refreshing, a beautiful way where you and I, everyone out there, the average Muslim, the layman, like myself, we just find ways to address our issues so that as a society, as a community, from the grassroots, that we may grow, that we may aspire to reach to the sky, and we may improve our community and our situations. As Allah Azza wa Jal says in Surah Al-Imran, I will not correct or rectify your state of affairs until you first correct yourselves from within. That is the ethos of this show, and tonight I have a special theme. So each night we'll have a different theme, and we'll come back and address topics as we need to in the future. We'll come back to them again and again. And tonight's topic is one of the Muslims' favorite one. It's the topic we all address in the masajid. It's a subject that everyone has raised. It's something that people even claim that they are trying to do or reaching for, but actions speak louder than words. Our situation exposes itself. When you look in the mirror, it exposes the reality of it. And this theme tonight is unity, brotherhood. Not just any unity, but you know the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. Well, tonight's theme is united we stand so that we never let each other fall. Joining me tonight, a special guest that's going to help me address the issues and address this subject. Someone very close to Muslim World Network's heart, someone from our very own Islam QA show, someone you're all already very familiar with, my teacher, one of my teachers, one of my friends, one of my fathers, so to speak. I love him very dearly, Sheikh Khalid Fikri. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum wa rahmatullah.
How are you?
Wa barakatuh. Jazakallahu khairan.
My pleasure. Thank you for taking the time and joining us today and spending a few minutes with me. This subject is quite a sensitive matter. We have a lot of Muslims that raise this issue, a lot of masajid, a lot of lectures and speeches, a lot of speeches. Unity, 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 unity. But I find that the actions, they don't show this. So I thought today we'd address it in a slightly different manner. I mean, first and foremost, the whole world, Sheikh Khalid, you could help me address the whole world, every community, every society around the world. If it did not have Islam, or before Islam, or just without the Islamic etiquettes or teachings, just generally around the world, what kind of relationship did people have, or how were people with each other generally?
Yes, Jazakallahu khair. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. I have to thank you, Brother Jalal, for inviting me to your show. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this hour in our hasanat, bi'idhnillah, all of us and the viewers. Really, the matter of unity is a very important topic. And as you mentioned, the talks about it is too much abundant. But what is the reality? In Islam, it is very clear that it is one nation, and this nation should be united. And there are basics for this unity. The basics of this unity is our slavery to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, they have one God, one Prophet, one book, and one Qibla. They have to unite. And this unity is a matter of, it is a must. It is not an option. That is the Muslim to the Muslim, as the Prophet ﷺ said, Kalbunya. They are the same as one building. يشد بعضه بعضا. مثل المؤمنين في توديهم وتراحمهم. Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم gave us many ahadith talking about how the Muslim community should be as one unit. how we should show mercy to each other, how we should help and back. المسلم أخو المسلم لا يظلمه ولا يسلمه ولا يخذله.
Allahu Akbar.
يعني the Muslim is the brother to a Muslim. He shouldn't betray him. He shouldn't oppress him. He shouldn't fail him down. And it is one ummah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون. Allah, I am your God, I am the one, the Lord, the creator, and you are the nation which know Allah, which knows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have all to be united in one hand and follow our leader, our messenger, our teacher Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
I think that one of my favorite quote you made, and I think this kind of addresses something a bit ad hoc, i.e. we're going to come off subject for a minute, but you mentioned the brother to a brother. And my favorite part is that at the very least, just for a moment we'll digress, that at the very least, he shouldn't harm him.
Yes. Yes.
Like if you're a Muslim, then you are a Muslim by definition.
Yes.
So you are a Muslim if your brother is safe from your hand and from your tongue.
المسلم من سلم المسلمون من يده ولسانه.
يده ولسانه. Could you just stress on the hand and the tongue?
Oh my God. Wallah, this is a big topic. It needs a lecture by itself.
My favorite part of the hadith.
Because really this should be the character of the Muslimin, which unfortunately we are far away from it. Al-Muslim, the real Muslim, whom the people are safe from his tongue and his hands. He will never backbite, he will never swear, he will never slander others. He will not use his hand to harm the others. He will not use his hand to steal. He is a Muslim. And this is one of the main characters of the Muslim. Al-Muslimu man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. And really,
a Muslim feel. No, this is important that people understand the salima, that the peaceful part. At this part, many Muslims who don't speak Arabic, they think salam means peace, peace, peace. No, it actually means safe.
Safe, صح.
You feel safe. You're at peace.
Yes.
You are at peace. You are comfortable that this guy next to me is a Muslim, and I know because he's a Muslim, he's not going to hurt me. He's not going to cheat me, and he's not going to slander me with his tongue. He's not going to backbite me and say things I don't like. And if I can just digress here, and then we'll move on the subject. It's a big topic, I know.
Yes.
Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu.
No.
He became angry with one of the young Sahabi, and he said a bad word to him.
Yes.
And Abu Bakr bit his tongue. Oh, what did I do? I.e., not that he insulted or anything, just that hasanat, this right, this haq, something I gave him. And the akhirah Abu Bakr was very greedy for. It wasn't dunya he cared, it was akhirah he wanted. So he became upset. He said to him, say it back, insult me back. And Abu Bakr is so much older. Sheikh Khalid, if you insulted me 10 times, I would say nothing. I would never say anything. But if he told me, insult me back, I could never say it back to you. So how about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq? How could anyone insult him? He said, say it back. And he refused. The man said, I can't. He's scared. I can't. He said, I order you say it back, else I will report to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he said, I can't. So he went to report. Now this is the important part. The lesson is here. My favorite part. Abu Bakr is angry. He storms off, walking to the tent of our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's going to complain. This man is scared, young Sahabi. And now he's walking slowly behind him, scared, like keeping distance, like I have to go and face this. Other Sahabi, they saw something happen. They saw fitna. They saw fitna, they saw fun. This is fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Seeing other people fight, astaghfirullah, it's not fun. But for people, fitna lovers, this is how you test yourself. If you like it when people fight, oh, they're fighting, you're a fitna lover. You need to clean this inside. So they came running to him because they're friends, they're young. They said, tell me, what did Abu Bakr say? What happened? And the response from this young man was, get away, get away. If he turns around and sees you talking to me, he will think that I am working with you against him. And if he is angry, Rasulullah will be angry. If Rasulullah is angry, Allah is angry, and I am ruined. And then so they pushed them away, saved from fitna. None of your business. Don't ask. But today, Sheikh, Someone comes, what happened in the masjid?
Sahih,
Oh, we're ready to tell Fulan this, Fulan that.
Sahih.
Leave the matters with the elders.
Yes.
And then Abu Bakr went to Rasulullah and Rasulullah
Alayhi
said,
salatu
what did you say? And he said, Ya Rasulullah, I said, Abu Bakr insulted me, said this. How can I tell him that back? I will not say it. And Rasulullah said, tell him, oh Abu Bakr, may Allah forgive you.
Yes. Yes.
And Abu Bakr wept. He was upset. It wasn't enough.
La ilaha
It wasn't enough, but he accepted and he left.
He's Abu Bakr.
He is
He's
Abu
Abu
Bakr.
Bakr. Yeah. Really, you mentioned one point very, very important. When everyone puts his nose and he wants to talk and he wants to know. And Rasulullah, one of the great hadith that keeps us peaceful with each other. من حسن إسلام المرء تركه ما لا يعني. One of the best way for the Muslim and the great Islam here is leave what is not your business. I'm trying to translate it as much as I can, but it is من حسن إسلام المرء.
The beauty
yes.
of one's Islam. This
The
is
beauty.
the best explanation.
يعني we can say it, but really it comes more حسن وأحسن. You know,
best.
the best.
The best, yes.
One of the best Islam.
Allahu
يعني look here, Islam can be levels, and you can be in the bottom level, you can be in the middle, you can be in the highest. As Allah said, المحسنين, الإحسان is the highest level. So here, Rasulullah said, من حسن إسلام المرء, one of the highest levels of this deen. What is it, Ya Rasulullah? To pray all night, to fast a lot. He took us to the relations between each other.
People.
Take out your nose of what is not your business. That's it. And when I found really, I found a lot of troubles and problems happening between people because they just put their nose in issues. And for example, between women, neighbors, what did she buy? What should she dress?
Gossip.
What happened between her and husband?
Gossip.
As well as what is going on between these two guys? What is here? What is there? And you find some people are very, very indulging in these matters. And again, we say, if you want the good Islam and if you want to reach this high level of ihsan, you have to be away from asking about things which is not your business.
And this is, just on a side note, we'll end here. We have to come back to the subject. The ifk.
حادثة الإفك. Oh, yes. Yes. The great story which happened against our beloved mother Aisha.
I'm uncomfortable to say, but is it fair to say that people that were Muslim, we consider Sahaba, they were amongst them, they were publicly flogged after this story? The people who carried the tail carriers.
Yes, really, the Rasul ﷺ, as well as the Quran mentioned that who ran it was the munafiqeen. Those are the hypocrites who spread this myth and these rumors against our beloved mother. So it is mainly by Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. Yes. And his followers of munafiqeen, hypocrites. So these are not Sahaba. But we have to say that some of the Sahaba felt in
made
it
the mistake
by listening, and it was, the rumor was very strong.
Yes.
And you understand, you know that it kept for 40 days. And the Rasul ﷺ was waiting. It was not for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They said it
more
was
than a month.
One of the hardest days for the Messenger ﷺ when the people were talking, and he was waiting for for the revelation to come. So we can say that as human beings, you may be affected of what you are listening, especially when it is widely spread. And this is really the danger of the media.
But the media, that's the biggest gossip column.
The brainwash, yes, yes.
But you know, it's the excitement, it's TV movies, it's programs, it's soap operas, drama, that this teaches the moms, the aunties, the families, it teaches them the habit of, I have to know. and also, the issue of the ifk. The reason why I was saying this is because if you hear something, and this was the ruling, the hukum that was given after that major incident where it was almost civil war in Medina over the honor of the Prophet's wife. And because of this, Allah made this ruling that it's, am I right? If you hear and carry the tail, it is 80 flogs.
Yes, yes, it is the same as if
80 flogs.
Yes, yes.
But the person who starts the rumor, no punishment.
Yes.
He is no punished. So the person who starts it, no punishment for you.
Yes,
you have to wait till you meet Allah.
Yes.
No purification in this life. That's very scary.
Yes.
That's very scary. All right, let's get back to unity.
Okay.
So this one matter, as we can see, the tongue and the hand, it is so easy to break brotherhood with just something as simple as this. And when someone feels safe, salama, this is the beauty of it, that you feel at peace that it's another Muslim. How do we get to the point where, for example, someone comes to me, and this has happened, I don't know if I should tell you. And when they start like this, wallahi, I finish it and say, then you shouldn't. And that's it. If you didn't know 100% you should come to me, then you shouldn't bring it to me.
Yes. That's right.
And if this was the habit, we could kill it before it starts, the habit of gossip.
Yes.
Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrated to the Muslims that do not be envious of one another, do not artificially inflate prices against one another, do not hate one another, do not shun one another, and do not undercut in business one another, and be as fellow brothers and servants of Allah.
Yes.
And I think in many ways this kind of
Yes.
this kind of puts majority of the Muslims out of the box, no?
لا حول.
You see
No,
what
not
my
out of the
fear-
box. يعني
Not takfir,
far.
you know what I mean.
Yes, yes. Not takfir.
The Rasulullah said many times, the true believer.
Yes.
You haven't fully believed.
Yes,
You are
that's
not a
right.
complete believer.
That's right.
That's the box I'm talking
Yes,
about.
yes, you are right. In this way, you are right. Let me say, when you are talking about unity, I prefer if we divide it into levels. يعني the unity in the family, the unity in the area, the city, the unity between the people of the same, what you call nation, the unity of the people in a same place, for example, in the same masjid, or the unity of the people who are working the same job. Then we have the unity of the Muslim countries, till we come to the biggest issue, which is the unity of the Ummah. Yeah, this is a little bit, we can say that now it is as a dream. When we talk about the unity of the Ummah, I found many of the brothers, when they used to talk about the Ummah, I said to them, you cannot even unite two countries together. Yani Egypt with Sudan, although it is one Nile, we are very similar. If you see a Sudanese and an Egyptian, and the same culture, the same even tongue, in many issues, you cannot unite them. Egypt with Libya, Pakistan with Afghanistan, or let us go to Pakistan itself, and you know,
Well,
Afghanistan. Yeah, so that talking about the unity of the Ummah now, I think we have to talk about unity of the people, of the societies in the same country.
And family even, like you said.
Let us start by here in England. Yeah.
Let's start with the family.
That's
this
good.
is good.
That's
okay,
good.
I think this is perfect. Let's start with the family.
Yes.
Because, you know, I've had every single year family experiences. People with families have come to the Eid event, the Eid celebration.
Yes.
And one year I gave a khutbah. I don't like doing it, but sometimes when the imam can't come from far and wide, we had imams from the Haram come, from Saudi, sorry, not from the Haram, from Saudi somewhere.
Good.
And one of them didn't make it, so I had to lead the prayer, and I did the khutbah. And in the khutbah, I addressed the importance of family.
Good.
And the importance of, and I said certain things. And a family came to me and said, exactly what you said is exactly what we needed to hear. And my dad and his family, they haven't seen each other in 12 years.
لا حول ولا قوة.
And they were 7 rows back in the same marquee. And usually they would not even pray in the same mosque. But because we did the Eid outside, it brought everybody out.
So they came.
This family saw each other. They heard the khutbah say exactly what they needed to hear. And they came back together, and they were in tears.
لا حول ولا
And it brought families back together. But we know that life is shortened
Yes.
if you sever ties. Life is extended. Allah blesses you with a longer life if your family is, if you connect the ties.
Sahih.
And share with me the severity of breaking the family ties and not
Wallahi,
working with
this
family.
is very, very bad. And in Islam, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, لا يدخل الجنة قاطع رحم.
Allahu Akbar.
If you cut your kin relatives, you will not be entered to the paradise. I mean that you will be delayed for years and years. You will be punished, and so and so. Yani, I know people, when we are talking about unity, a person who doesn't talk to his uncle. Wallahi, one man came to me, he said, the brother and his sister, they were away from each other for years. And when I asked him why, very, very silly things. Very, very silly things. How can we talk about unity if the brother is not talking to his sister? A man is not talking to his uncle. A woman with one of her daughters. This is something very shameful.
Sheikh, there are youth and brothers that we know, you know, I know, and that means everyone else, majority also, that they come to the masjid, they come to the Muslims, they see brothers in the streets, they see Muslims in the streets, wherever, and they are so nice, big smile. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh, and then they add wa maghfiratu wa ajratu, and they so much love. They add. And when they are home, they walk in, hi. Or maybe salam. And where's this?
Always,
where's that?
Always angry. Or
Frown on the face. Where's this? Where's that? And food is this, food is that. And especially brother, sister, siblings. They're the worst to each other. Son to mother. Oh my God, it's state of kufr almost.
Yes.
But outside the same Muslim.
Become very soft and very
I love this. I think it's important. I just take a moment on a side note. This is a station of ghurur that the youth have today. It's a type of kibr, I should say, that they are too embarrassed to be nice at home. It's embarrassing to say I'm sorry. It's a ego, ghurur, kibr issue to say I'm sorry. But between Muslims, because it's fake outside, they think it's real. They think it's iman. It is fake. Because if you can't do it for your mother, who cares who you say I'm sorry to? So, akhi, Allah says in Islam, the first to say salam, I'm going to say salam. But he goes home, doesn't say salam to his own mother. He goes home, he doesn't say salam. So they treat their own families horrible. And outside, they are the most loving, sweetest Muslims ever. This I'd like you to address with me, because I feel psychologically it is a kibr issue, because at home it's easy to step on the weaker. Family is weaker because they love you. They are weaker.
Let me say something here. One day Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab was in the haram making the tawaf, and there was a man carrying his mother, and the man asked Abdullah ibn Umar, look Abdullah, I did the birr for my mother, I'm carrying her around the tawaf, for the 7 tawaf around the Kaaba.
If you could just extend, this is hot. It's difficult. People don't understand how hard it is to walk. Normal tawaf, how hard. Now to have your mother.
Then Abdullah ibn Umar, the person asking him, I am now doing the birr for my mother, did I fulfill all what I have to do to my mother? Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab, the great Sahabi, said to him, even not with one kick of your feet when you was a baby on her belly.
Contraction. Not even one.
Not even at all. This is nothing at all. What I would like to say that especially the relation with the mother. The mother is your gate to paradise. We have to teach our kids and children, come to kiss the hands of your mother. Sit down in front of her and say to her, oh my mom, what do you want? What do you need? Even without her asking you. Be sure that the Rasul ﷺ said, your mother 3 times. أحق الناس بصحبتي, the greatest one you have to follow and you have to serve is your mother. And it is not your wife, your mother. And number 4, Rasul ﷺ said your father. We cannot talk about unity of even the society without this good relation between the son and his father, the son with his mother, the mother with her daughter. The family is the cornerstone for the society. So I think it is very important to address the matter now to our brothers and sisters and sons and daughters. Come back to the Islamic manners, the Islamic behavior, and be aware.
Well, really, if I can help.
Yes.
Because I know my families in America. I know my families in the UK. I grew up in the West.
Yes.
There is a kibr we are taught that you might not understand. There is a kibr we are taught that you were not taught. Because our parents and our families from back home in other countries, they have a different kind of humility, natural. It's almost just basic good manners. In the West, we were taught the opposite. Be tough, be strong. Brothers, when they say salam, even when they say salam, they say, they give punch, they insult a bit. They think this is love, this is hubba. And this fake hubb, this fake love is what, the harder you are, the tougher you are, this is fake. And what this does, so the reason why they can't come home and just be nice, what they need to know also is I think completely separate example might help them. Separate example, so they understand, is Bilal radiallahu anhu. And the Sahaba who said, son of a black woman. Could you tell us the story?
صحيح صحيح قال له يا ابن السوداء صحيح.
Son of a black mother.
أبو ذر صحيح.
Abu Dhar.
صحيح.
And
yes, he tried then to apologize to him. He put his head on the sand and he asked Bilal to put his feet on his head.
Step on his
Yes,
head.
step on his
I
head.
just
صحيح.
wanted everyone to reflect that the moment Rasulullah said that this was a type of jahiliyyah,
صحيح.
Abu Dhar put his head in dirt. Now, I said the other night, how many people will go grab your mom's feet and kiss it and say, Jannah is here? Not because it's sunnah, not because you should like this, but I'm saying break that ego that you're not nice to your mother. Take her feet and look at it. Rasulullah said paradise is here, meaning serving your mother, meaning making her happy. So putting your head in the dust like Abu Dhar, and Bilal saying, I will never step on the head that makes sajda. I promise you, your mother will never let you kiss her feet. I.e., she loves you. She doesn't want you to put your head in the dirt, but you should try, and she should stop you. This is beauty. You should try. And this is a
You
mushkil
got
in
a
the
good
youth.
point regarding kibr and ghurur. صحيح.
Yes.
يعني this is maybe with the effect of the Western culture. That you are independent, you are the seen.
Independent.
Yes, I mean that I found
Allahu Akbar.
many of the youngsters.
I make my own money.
Yes, I have my own mind.
I have my own job.
And the equality, the issues of freedom. I have my sayings. Really, this is very dangerous. يعني you have to realize that at the end of the day, this is your father and this is your mother. The full respect should be given to them. And the number two, we are all slaves to Allah Almighty. We have to be humble. We have to be decent. We have to be very, very soft to each other. But when it comes to the parents, now you have to come to the highest level of being humble with them, being very decent, being very kind. وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. In the Quran, Allah said, لَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Don't say to them, if. And the scholars of tafsir, they said, if there was any other word less than uff, to show يعني, that you are not happy, it would be said. But this is the smallest word that the man can express that he is not happy. Uff, uff, even without saying it. Allah said, don't ever even say to your mother or your father, uff.
When you become a father and your son does this, your daughter does this, you understand. Because it's painful.
Yes.
It hurts. It hurts your feelings.
Yes. Yes.
You feel insulted on another level.
Yes.
Because it's your child. It's very different. Yes, complain to your mother. Yes, complain to your father. But in a way that befits their rights. Complain in a way, I love you, Mom. I'm sorry, this I don't agree with, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm so sorry I don't agree. I'm so sorry I'm not in the same. I'm sorry I don't agree. This is the correct way. But to say, no, you're jahil, you don't know the deen, I know the deen. This type of etiquette. The reason why the family matter is so important, obviously mother, father is a subject all by itself. Obviously the issue of Muslim backbiting is a topic by itself. We've raised little bits of it, but our aim is how to unite the ummah. It does have effect. If the family is not united at home, you can stand in tahajjud next to 50 brothers solid. It's not unity, it's fake. It won't work. In the lines, you will fall apart. In the situation, you will backbite. In the situation, you will fight. Something comes up, you will break. Why? Because the habit at home is wrong.
Good. That's right.
Is this correct, Sheikh?
Yeah, you are right, completely right. And this is a very important point. But if we come out from the family now to the mosque, let us say the mosques.
Yes, the masajid everywhere. Wow.
And this is another terrible story.
Yes,
I'm sorry to say, we find a lot of issues in the masajid.
Before we begin with the issues, I'm two kinds of people. Sometimes if I'm with someone who's going to be very nice, I'm the devil's advocate. I want to show the opposite. And sometimes the opposite. So what I'd like to do right now for a moment is defend the masajid first.
Good.
My first defense for the masajid is all my brothers and sisters out there, committee members and family members of committee members. I have this advice for you. Simple. Uncles came to this country. Most of them barely knew their deen.
Yes.
But boy, do they love Islam.
Sahih.
And because they love Islam, they protected their Jum'ah Salah in masjids, in pubs, in basements, in schools, any building they could find. And they bought it, and they eventually made it a masjid, and now it's 5 times a day, and now we have conferences, now we're much bigger. 100 years down the line, we've come a long way because of those pioneers.
That's right.
However, they don't know how to run a masjid. That's not their job. Their job was to establish, and you did your job. So don't be afraid of the youth, or the young, or the next group who are going to offer a new way to make it better. At the same time, the youth and the new people who want to take it to the next level, those uncles are old school. They're going to be scared of new stuff. They don't know what it's going to do. They're thinking you're breaking their legacy. They're going to think you're destroying everything they've ever built. There has to be a level of calmness. Yes. Now that I've said that in their defense, now we can address the problems, because it's not nice.
No, you came to the point, really.
Yes.
That is one of these issues is the new generation.
Yes.
The generation of the youth now, when they come, we have some sort of Islamic awareness all over the world.
Yes.
And even here in England, yeah, we can see that the new youth are now more intellect, and they have more ways to facilitate how to get the Islamic knowledge. Many of them, especially those who are reverted, they are very strong in their deen. They want to apply everything. They look to the previous generation, the uncles.
Yes.
Either that they are ignorant, yes, or they are doing a lot of haram issues, or they are not strict in their deen. The way between the youngsters and the uncles can reach to a conflict.
This is it.
And it destroys the masjid. I found it in many masajid. I'm talking to the youngster. I know that many of them have very, very good intention, yes, and they are very sincere. Yes. But this is not the way.
Yes.
You have to go with a sunnah. What is the sunnah of even if you find something wrong, you cannot just come and punch or destroy it or say no. It is not like this.
No.
You are dealing with a human being, especially when he is a man 60 years, 70 years.
Is it fair to say sometimes it's better that you don't fix it, leave it until a time comes that you can fix it?
Maybe,
if you're trying to fix it now and you're going to cause more damage,
yes,
it's better you wait and fix it when we get to a place where we all want to fix it.
Yani this is maybe in some occasions, but in the other occasions, how to fix it. Yani this is what we would like to say. Don't come directly, don't come to a blind man to say to him, you are blind, how did you do this? Try to be as kind and as intellect, so that as the two sons of Sayyidina Ali, radiallahu al-Hasan al-Hussein, the story they said, they found a man, yes, he was doing very bad things regarding wudu. So they didn't come to him, they said to him, your wudu is nullified, your salah is very bad because you don't have wudu. They said to each other, let me teach you, and the man noticed them, so he got it. Also, look to the Prophet ﷺ when he was talking even to the head of the kuffar. Ya Mughira, asma'u mink. He began to talk nonsense, rubbish. But the Rasul ﷺ was waiting for him, was waiting till the man finished all what he said. And then he addressed him with very, very kind.
Yes.
So
didn't want to hurt his feelings
at all. And this is one of the points regarding unity.
Yes.
We want the people in the masjid to feel that they are brothers. They are not enemies.
That's right.
And even if we differ in issues, I found something happened in one of the masajid. We said that we don't want to allow this group to make this celebration because it has some bid'ah, a way or another. I tried to address the matter in a very soft way. I brought some books on some evidences. We talked in the committee member, and there was differences. The old people, they said, no, we will do it. We have been doing this for years and years.
We're familiar with it.
Yes.
This is something familiar for us. We're used to it. And then the younger generations, they said,
wanted-
how can you? How can we do this? And they have the opposite. I think it's important that brothers and sisters out there realize that we are going to have differences. But Allah Azza wa Jal made something fard. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. Hold tight to the rope of Allah together and do not part ways. Another, the many hadith of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam who said, you are not believer until you want for your brother what you want for yourself. I.e. opportunity. You want opportunity for yourself? Want it for your brother also. I.e. you want happiness for yourself? Want it for him also. So whenever, how about this?
Yes.
Do you want somebody to come and tell you you are wrong, you are foolish, no, this is bad, this is that? Do you want somebody to hurt your feelings? No, you don't. So don't do that to somebody else either. The rights of people and their feelings are far, far more important. I take one example from the story of Harun alayhi salam. When Musa alayhi salam went to the mountain and he came back and I've only been gone a small while, a few days, and already you're worshipping a golden calf. What is this? And he grabbed Harun like this. He said, why are you staying with them? And Harun alayhi salam said, don't grab me by my beard. I did not leave because
لا تغب إني خشيت أن تقول فرقت بين بني إسرائيل ولم ترقب قولي. يعني that I didn't want to differ between them, and I didn't know what to do exactly before you come. So I left
Waited.
it. I waited.
Yes,
I
I didn't want people to say Harun split the ummah.
Yeah, split
Harun
the
divided the ummah. So now we've come to the segment in my show where we're going to take your points of view. Pick up your phone, call in. You got something to say? You want to share it? We'll put the phone number up. It's 0203 667 3676. Am I right? Is that the number? 3676. So 0203 667 3676. Now is a good time to call in, share your views. What are your thoughts? You agree, you disagree. You've got a new idea of how to bring communities together. So next is our future, my brothers and sisters. I want to talk about the future, the projects, the da'wah, the things we're doing. And you see what the brothers are involved in all the time for the future of our ummah, to unite the communities, to really bring people together. How can we go, or how shall we go forward from here?
Really, one of the main points, don't be extreme, even if you are affiliated to one group. Try always to be relaxed and soft. The real affiliation is to Islam. هو سماكم المسلمين من قبل. That Allah named us as a Muslimin. Even if you are following any group, you are with Muslim brothers, you are with Tablighi, you are with Salafi, whatever you are, don't be hard and harsh with your affiliation. Don't think that the others are all wrong and you are right. Don't think that the truth is only with you or with your group. Always try to be open-minded. Always try to listen to others. Always try to say what is the truth according to the Quran and the Sunnah. And if we remove this jahiliyyah, asabiyya, يعني to be what you call it regarding, يعني he is very fanatic.
Fanaticism, yes.
Fanaticism, yes. To what he يعني some brothers
stubborn and stuck on
yes,
their ways.
they said it is only my group and he doesn't accept anybody else. يا أخي سبحان الله. Allah said ولا يزالون مختلفين. The ayah in Surah Hud. I wish if you يعني try to get it. ولو شاء ربك لجعل الناس أمة واحدة ولا يزالون مختلفين إلا من رحم ربك ولذلك خلقهم. The translation of this, and of your Lord had pleased, he would certainly have made people a single nation. If Allah wants, he would made all the people as a single nation.
He would have made
it is
them
very simple. كن فيكون.
Yes.
But Allah said, and they shall continue to differ. ولا يزالون مختلفين. We are different in the way of our mind, how we grown up, our backgrounds, and so on. So we have to respect this.
We have different nations so that you may benefit from each other, so you may learn from each other. And this is important. So be patient and never look down at someone else. Never be arrogant. You know what? Those who are arrogant, we're not saying don't be because, oh, that's not nice, you're going to hurt their feelings. We're saying don't be because it'll destroy you in the akhirah. Atom's weight of kibr in your heart, you will never smell Jannah. People take this the wrong way when people say, don't be arrogant, as if, oh, that means be nice to people, as if do them a favor. No, it's for you. If you're arrogant, you will destroy yourself. Your good deeds gone. So I've met brothers, full of knowledge, etc. But the way they speak, the way they behave, there's no bag in the back. There's no rucksack with good deeds. It's gone. He's dropped it all on the road. Let's take a caller. We've got a caller now. Brothers and sisters, pick up your phones. Now's the time. For the next 10 minutes, I will take phone calls, your opinions, your thoughts. And inshallah, please go on to facebook.com/Jalal Ibn Saeed. That's JalalIbn Saeed. So facebook.com/Jalal Ibn Saeed. And you can write your questions there. If there's not enough time and I don't get to all the calls that are lined up, inshallah, leave your message online. First caller of the evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to Jalal Ibn Saeed show.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. You're with
Assalamu alaikum, all brothers.
How are you,
How are you guys? My name is
well.
Abdul, brother.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Birmingham, brother. Birmingham from Spark Hill, and I was listening for your chapters, which is very good, and I'm very happy with you, all of you guys, brothers. And I've got a question, which is I've got a brother which is in the state in America.
Yes.
And I've tried to call him every day and make him happy last 10 years, but he never care about it to call me back. And I've heard the message now, which is I don't want to make him unhappy, but he never calls me back and he never care about it. Making relationship as a family.
Yes. He's your blood brother.
Is my blood brother, which is same mom and same dad, and I'm happy to him, and I don't know what to do with it. You know, I don't want to see the day of judgment, which is make me unhappy with him.
I will say one thing, and then I'd like to ask you
Yeah.
first, Sheikh Khalid, what do you say?
والله الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم had the same question and he said ليس الواصل بالمكافئ ولكن الواصل الذي يصل قومه إذا قطعوه. يعني the واصل, the person who makes the real relationship is not the one when my cousin comes to me, I will come to him. When he talks to me, talks to him. No. Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم said the one when your relatives cut you, you insist to make your connection with them. And this you will be with high reward. The Sahabi said to him, Ya Rasulullah, I try to contact them, but they cut it.
Yes.
Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم said, فإذا كنت كذلك فكأنما تسفهم المل. If you are like this, you are doing your duty and they, as if they are يعني, getting dust in their mouths. يعني, you have to do and to continue, especially your brother, blood brother. Don't يعني, leave the matter.
Don't give up.
Yes, don't give up.
The day you give up is the day he dies or you die.
صح.
So don't give up until that day.
I will never give up. Inshallah, I will never give up. But I don't know what to do. You know, I don't feel like he's not happy with it.
Can I just add a little piece of advice that might give you some coolness to your heart?
Yes.
It is
brother.
Allah Azza wa Jal who is muqallib al-qulub. And if He has made it difficult, it is because Allah, each time you try, Allah is elevating you with ajr. So maybe He's giving you more chances, and then one day when you've got the peak where you should be, Allah will unite you. Wallahu alam. So you just do the amal. The result is with Allah Azza wa Jal. May Allah bless you, brother. And I ask everyone else, if you'd like, please pick up your phones. Now's a good time to call in. 0203-667-3676. Your thoughts on unity, brotherhood, backbiting, or protecting each other. I want to go back to the very first hadith Sheikh Khalid mentioned, my favorite one, that the Muslim is the one who feels safe from the hands and the tongue of another Muslim. All right? So if we can get, as soon as we got the next caller ready, let me know, and we'll take the next call, inshallah, we'll carry on like that. But if you have just a few minutes left to hurry up and get on the phones, 0203-667-3676. So the unity issue in our communities with the masajid, then you've got, we suffered that as well. I mean, just with the Eid project alone. Yes. We launched Eid, we prayed Eid in different parks, and I really, really thought back in 2005, 2006, that this would be a great opportunity to bring everyone together because it's Eid.
Yes.
It is not in the Aqidah class. It's not a madrasa.
A celebration, a matter of happiness, enjoyment, and entertainment. Islamic يعني صحيح.
Halal entertainment. And I found that one person was equivalent to 10,000 in terms of his weight. I.e., if I said a hadith, it is okay, strong, good. But if he spoke gossip, he was much higher in weight and respected in community. This is not his fault. This is yours and my fault as an ummah. Why do we give value to the troublemakers and their tongues? Just like the media giving one-shot video of one guy and his few people who bark really loud. Anyways, let's take the next caller, please. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Oops, I think we had a technical issue. Please pick up your phone. Call right back, inshallah. Get right back into us. 0203-667-3676. Love to hear from you, inshallah. So it's really the community that I feel that doesn't really reach in or reach out. You find the community, the sisters, at home. I find that they have so many issues at home with their families that they don't have much time. If they had the time, they could be like the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, and advise their men.
Yes.
They could push their men to stop doing that. If your husband is an imam, if your husband is a committee member, if your husband is a da'i, if your brother, your son is like this, you women have an obligation. You're the ummah. The ummah comes from the root word
Yes.
And I feel the women have a responsibility at home to also advise instead of egging on, encouraging the hate.
Yes.
Oh yes, who is he? He's not as good as you. You're my husband. That kind of thing. It really does make a difference at home.
Yes.
When the true love of Islam is taken to the mother and father in servitude. And then we go to the elderly, the very old.
Yes.
I know a lot of youth today don't listen, but the elderly should still speak. They should still speak. We need a slap sometimes. isn't it?
صحيح صحيح.
The ummah needs a slap sometime.
A shock to wake up.
A shock to wake up.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up in a nutshell. Today's subject is unity and brotherhood. And if you have any thoughts or comments, please drop us an email about the show and what you'd like us to discuss on the next show. I'm going to have some special guests. I'm bringing in our favorite, one of our favorite reverts, Sister Lauren Booth, the sister-in-law to the ex-prime minister. We're bringing in Sister Yvonne Ridley, the Taliban captive who was freed, and she converted to Islam, and then she came to me and we fundraised for a school in Afghanistan, a library for girls. Then we're going to bring Colin Nell and Nathan Ellington. These are just a few of the names that I've got listed up. We're going to bring in some footballers and take it forward from there, inshallah. So we've got many guests planned up. We've got many ideas. And also, if any of you would like to come on live yourself, give me a reason why I should bring you on. Drop me an email, tell me more about you, send me some information. Write to me on Facebook, facebook.com/Jalal Ibn Saeed. I have a team of brothers and sisters who run that page, and they will respond to you as soon as they can. And today's show's been great, Sheikh Khalid. I want to thank you. I think we covered a very heavy subject.
It is my pleasure.
The best we could do in such a small amount of time.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
And each topic could have gone on and on and on. Thank you very much for joining us on An Evening with Jalal Ibn Saeed. I love you for the sake of Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve you. We'll see you tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khairan.